everyone, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you're here. It is the June releases for Everyday Explorers, and you guys, it's an amazing, amazing release, and I'm so excited to share these with you. All right, let's dive right in. So you have this really huge one called On Our Way, 6x8, and it has lots of great, huge, like icons, a cityscape, the traveling in the mountains, let's go, a canoe, and an island scene, and just, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so fun to play with. That is On Our Way. Another one is a little mini one. It's a 3x4 size, and it's called On Our Way. And it's best view ever, explored this city, trip highlight, here's what we did today, we are here. So a very cute little stamp set to get you started on documenting travel stories, summer stories, vacation stories, lots of different stories. This one is called Peace Out, and I believe that this is a re-release, but it is for all the not so great moments, right? So, uh-oh, this can't be good, Control Z, trying my best not to panic and freak out, the unglamorous side of traveling the world, everything's gonna be okay, I'll figure it out, I'm all out, and it's like a battery, wish I stayed home today, and then you could write in like a little blurb about the fail. So, lots of great things right there to document. And even if it has some travel things too, but you can totally use it for bad days, definitely. And the last one is a new Kari Stiles stamp set. Oh, I love her stuff. I just love it. And that is what my project is going to be. It's going to use this stamp set and then some of the travel stamps right there. So this is called Captured. It's really fun little square right here, and in my project I'm going to cut this out, and that way I can put a photo in there. It also has memories, a camera, this exact moment, click, remember this, capturing light. So I'm going to use this to build a double page spread about my summer last year in 2021, and also some everyday photos. So I printed out the photos 2x2 to kind of go next to this picture. So I just have a variety of photos, printed maybe more than I need. And then I measured the inside of this, and I'm gonna put this photo inside of here. So like I said, I can cut it out or I can just lay it on top. And then I'm just gonna kind of do a staggered design with all my different photos, and I'm excited to see how it's going to come together. And so the last thing that I'll show you real quick is the mini book kit. The mini book is called Adventure Time, and I'm very excited to use it to document our vacation in 2020. I'm going to document our trip in July of 2020. I used a app on my phone to make different collages, and my printer did not print, you know, all the white borders, but that's fine. I can just trim them out and add them in. But I like the idea of using collages to get in more photos. So I'm excited to do a little mini album and see how many photos I can get into this mini book. Lots of releases for June, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab a few things to do this project and switch to voiceover. Thanks for sticking with me, as this was a long introduction. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna take this stamp from Kari. It's like a crop icon, and I know that I'm gonna stamp it up in the top left and just work my way from there to kind of come up with my design. I also lost my large acrylic block, so I was using a broken top of an iris case, you know, those 4x6 cases. That works in a pinch. So I did one stamp of the crop icon and then a photo in the middle, and the photos in the middle again are 2x2 because the outside of the crop icon is 2x2. So I figured that worked well. So I made a diagonal of crop icon, regular photo, crop icon. My other thinking is that since I kind of want all the photos to have that kind of boxed in look, that I'm going to use the dot stamp from the same stamp set from Kari, and I'm going to use that to frame in all the other photos that do not have the crop icon. I know that this is going to be tedious, and I'm probably, well, actually I did get frustrated with myself that I was worried it was not going to be straight, but I really love it in the end. And in the end, the not so straight, it didn't matter. It still looked great, and I really love how this page is coming together. I picked photos for my July 2021 Me album, and I just picked photos that kind of represented summer, my favorite photos for that month, and even a quote and a workout photo, just a little mix of this and that for this summer month. I also am going to use that really great title piece that says memories. I'll actually use it twice on my layout. I stamped another crop icon below the 2x2 photo, and then I'll put another 2x2 photo kind of like almost in an X fashion. And I'm going to lay out some stamps to see how I like it, and then I will stamp those other stamps. But for right now, I'm finishing the stamping of the crop icon. So I put another crop icon directly using my ruler directly across onto the right hand side of the page. And then I'll put a 2x2 photo below that, and then another crop icon photo. So I'll have 3 on the right hand side and 3 on the left hand side. That way it's a total of 6. And I wind up with 9 photos total. After that, like I said, I'm going to use the other stamps in the stamp sets to kind of add some extra emphasis and movement to this page. I decided to move the quote over to the right hand side because I know that I'm going to have photos of both my kids on the right hand side, and that way the photo of all 3 of us together, it can go on the left hand side. That way it's balanced with the amount of people photos. Like I mentioned earlier, I like to lay out my stamps and kind of play around with where I want them. I really like that geotag stamp as another big stamp to add some emphasis to my layout and kind of a visual point for the visual triangle. So I'll use that later on. For right now, I am going to stamp all of the dots to frame in all the other photos. So I do 2 lines of dots, 2 rows of dots, and I do 2 and sometimes 1, just depending on how I wanted to do it. Like I said, it's not precise, but it still really adds to the overall design, and I like it. And I've also decided to speed this up a little bit in the editing, so that's why it seems a little faster. Okay, I've conquered the first part of this project, which is my overall design, and I absolutely love it. I have to kind of finalize where I want the photos. I mentioned earlier I'm going to have photos of each of my kids on the right-hand side, so I make sure they're all glued down. I also pull out some wood veneer I might use, and also an acrylic title that says captured, and also some stars. I lay out some stamps, again, kind of move them around to decide where I want them. I have some inks out on the left-hand side. I don't know if I'm going to go with every single color, and I wind up not going with every single color. I wind up pulling just the yellows and the blues and the greens, kind of a softer color scheme for July. I know a few of my photos had pink, but I decided to kind of ignore that. And you can do that in your layouts, right? Leave a comment and let me know if you ever just ignore a color in a photo and be like, nope, I'm not including that. So for the memories, I stamped that up in the left corner and also in the right corner. And right below that, I will put the captured. Up by my feet, I have By the Water, which is a spring and summer prompt stamp set. I also used the Kari stamp to stamp Remember This, and I added that also on the bottom of the right-hand side of the page. Kari's stamp set also has a really fun like sun graphic, so I stamped that in a few different places throughout the page. That way it adds a bright pop of color, and again that visual element of moving your eye around the layout. For that photo of my son, I put love this place. I almost didn't put that stamp there since it was horizontal, and my thinking was maybe it'll compete with the title, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and put it there. I'll pop dot it and I'll balance it out with the geo tag on the left hand side and pop dot that as well. So that way it's all balanced out. You can see I'm kind of playing with my acrylic pieces and where I want to put them. And I also pulled out the pink, finally decided not using the pink. Down in the bottom corner with the photo of my kids, I put schools out and then feelings and photos, which is from the Kari stamp set. I'll also add a big green acrylic piece. Okay, so last step is adding in the foam adhesive for those 2 larger stamped phrases and then putting down the glue for my different acrylic pieces. And I'm so glad I found that captured acrylic piece. It needed a home and now it has a home. Up in that corner you can see I just stamped Summer Vacation. That is from the Spring and Summer prompt stamp set. So adding my glue to all my acrylics to finish up this spread, and then I will put it in my Me album. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing the June releases. There is so many good stamps. Leave a comment if you decide to get one and which one. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing my project come together. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you're new to my channel. Now I'll put it in my album and I am done. All right, I hope you have a good day. Bye.